question, we were asked to count the number of ones in this list or array that is named list. We will do this by initiating a for loop. But first, we have to set up the counter. So I'm going to say count is equal to 0. So var count is equal to 0. Very important not to forget the var in the beginning. Now, to set up the for loop, for var I is equal to 0, which is the initial condition. Now we have to set up the final condition. I is less than list.length. And here, length just means I want to access the length of the array. This period means access. So it's accessing the list and it's counting how many numbers there are in the array. So here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is just saying I is less than 8. And when I is less than 8, this I++, which is the final condition in the for loop, is saying keep iterating until you reach the end of this length. So I end it with parentheses like these, and then I open up the curly brackets and I say if list, and I'll put the square brackets, I is equal to 1. Now the point of doing the double equal sign is to say if this is true. So if list I, which corresponds to, during the first iteration, it will correspond to 1 here. During the second iteration, it will correspond to 2. And if it's 1, and this is equal to 1, then I want to say, I want to output this statement here. So count is equal to count plus 1. So now what I'm doing is, whenever this is equal to 1, it is going to add to the count variable here, and it is effectively going to be a counter. And that is it for this initialization of a for loop.